for joining. I know tomorrow is the 4th of July in the States. And so this is actually a really good drink that you can serve at your party. You can do a mocktail or you can add alcohol to it. And it's red, well, kind of purpley pink, but you know, it could be red. Hi, Eliona. Oh, it's super sunny where you are, Lacey. Oh, I'm jealous. Yeah, it's raining here like crazy. Oh well, hopefully it'll stop soon. Okay, so I made this cooler. This is a hibiscus strawberry lemon cooler, which I made for the dinner party that I had last weekend. And everyone really enjoyed it. It was very refreshing. So it's just made from hibiscus tea, which is dried hibiscus flowers, and I love hibiscus. It actually has a really tart taste, kind of like cranberries. And you can smell like it has a really strong flavor, which I absolutely love. And you can see from it's so dark, the color is really dark. So you can imagine the amount of antioxidants and polyphenols in there. There's going to be lots of health benefits with the hibiscus flowers. Now hibiscus flowers, they grow in tropical regions, kind of all over the place. They're really popular, started off in like Japan and China, and now they're really popular everywhere. So I just got this huge bag off Amazon. Look at how big this bag is. It's a 1 pound bag of hibiscus flowers. I think it was like 19 bucks. So I got this on Amazon.ca, so not .com. And these hibiscus flowers are broken up quite a bit. So you definitely need to measure less. Here, I'm gonna show you. Because these are the ones that I got. So these hibiscus flowers are broken up into small fine pieces. And you can get hibiscus flowers that are dried whole. So if you do that, if you get whole dried hibiscus flowers, you're gonna wanna break them up in order to measure them properly. Or you can just kind of eyeball and make the strength of hibiscus tea that you want. So to get it to this color, I like it this strength. I don't like it any stronger than this, otherwise it's just too strong for me. So I use 2 tablespoons of this hibiscus tea. I just used 2 tablespoons, steeped it in 2 liters of hot water like this, in a 2-liter mason jar. Now, I'm just going to be drinking this myself, so I'm not going to make it into a big pitcher if I was serving it. So when I served it at the dinner party last weekend, I served it in a big pitcher so that it could feed 4 people. I'm going to check to see if there's comments. Lots of people on. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate it. I know lots of people in the US have the day off, I think, for the holiday tomorrow. So that's great that lots of people could join. So yeah, what you want to do before you serve this, and because you want to drink it cold, you can drink it hot. Hibiscus tea hot is really nice, but we're making a really refreshing, cool summer drink. So you're going to want to steep this a few hours at least before you serve it, and then put it in the fridge. Obviously, don't put it in the fridge when it's boiling hot, because your container or mason jar will probably crack going from really hot to cold. So I steep it for about 3 hours on the counter, and then I'll put it in the refrigerator way at the back of the fridge so that it can get really cool. But there's another way that we're gonna... Hi Marina, oh you love hibiscus tea, great. So you're gonna love this then. You're gonna love this drink, it's very refreshing. So I'm gonna show you another way to cool this down with some fancy ice cubes. So I'll just get those out of the freezer. So these are some ice cubes that I had made previously, and I'm just gonna show you a close-up. So I've just used a round silicone mold. As you can see, they're round. I wanted to do round ones because I thought that they would look a bit fancier. And then all I've done is just put a lemon slice, a quarter of a lemon slice with some rose petals, because rose, hibiscus, and strawberry, they go really nice together. those of you who are in my online course know that I have a cheesecake that's actually a rose, strawberry, hibiscus flavor as well. So the flavors just go really nice together, also because the rose and hibiscus are nice and floral, so they complement each other really well. But yeah, so you can make fancy ice cubes like this. You could even use lime, because lime and hibiscus go really nice together as well. I just love lemon, so I like using lemon. So yeah, you can make your ice cubes ahead of time. And then what I do is I pop one into the glass that I'm going to be serving, just like this, so that you can see kind of the design of it, and it just looks that much better. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put the rest of the ice cubes in the hibiscus tea right at the last minute after you have flavored it with all of your flavorings. I'm just going to see, we have a question. Oh, okay, so if you just came on, this is the actual hibiscus tea. So this is the dried hibiscus tea, and I had just showed what is in here. Well, someone's just asking. So these are just the dried hibiscus tea flowers. That's in this big black bag here. And I had already mentioned that I got this on Amazon.ca. The brand is chef inspired. And they're a Canadian brand, they're from Ontario, so I don't know if you can get this in the States, but there's tons of different brands of hibiscus you can get on Amazon. You can also get them in the store, like in the tea section, so at your natural grocery store, they're just in the tea section, but usually they're in a really small bag, and I find I use a lot of hibiscus. Because if I'm using 2 tablespoons just for a 2-liter mason jar of hibiscus tea, then I'm going to be using quite a bit. And I use them to flavor and color my desserts as well, because you can take this liquid and use it as a natural food coloring, which I do for desserts, and it looks really nice. It's going to give you that really nice pink color. Yeah. So I'm going to show you guys how to flavor this and make it taste really yummy. You can drink it just like this by itself, or it's really, because it's really tart, like I said, it tastes almost like cranberries, you're gonna want to add some sweetener to it. So I have coconut nectar right here, and you can use any liquid sweetener you want. If you eat honey, you can use honey. If you like agave, you can use that. You can use maple syrup. I wouldn't use a powdered sweetener in here. If you do, then I would blend it. Otherwise, it's just not going to break down that well. Liquid sweeteners just are going to be a lot smoother and just go a lot better with the hibiscus tea. And then I've just taken a lemon and I've just sliced some fine lemon slices with a sharp knife. So I'll show you just how thin these are. And you can use a mandolin as well. So you can use a mandolin or a really sharp knife, whatever is going to suit you. And you can add lemon juice to this as well, but what I like to do is I like to put the lemon slices in here, again, like an hour before I'm going to serve it, and I'll just let them steep and just really pick up that lemon flavor. And then we have some we have a question. What I would do for this right now. Kelly. Hi Kelly, are you watching all the way from Thailand? Yeah, I bet, hey, because I bet it's really hot there, you would love this hibiscus cooler. I'm sure they have lots of hibiscus flowers in Thailand though. You could make one and show me, that would be great. And then, because I like to add a little bit more flavor to this, I'm going to add in some strawberry flavor. So this is the strawberry medicine flower essence. From everyone who knows me knows that I love these medicine flower extracts. In the States, I know that they're really backordered right now from the pandemic. So you can also order, there's another brand called Nature's Flavors in the States that are really good, alcohol-free, really good organic flavor line. So I'm going to add some strawberry flavor to this. You can also add raspberry flavor. Yeah, either or would be really nice. You could even add rose flavor, would be nice as well. So I'm going to add strawberry flavor. So we're going to add that in first. So I have my hibiscus tea that's been steeped, and I've strained it, right? Because I don't want the hibiscus flowers in here. So I did strain it. And then I've cooled it in the fridge for a bit. So this is cool right now. When you're adding these medicine flower essences to a liquid that has no fat, you only need a couple drops because these are very, very strong. So I'm just gonna start with 2 or 3 drops and then taste it and see and then go from there. So I'm just gonna stir that up, and then I'm gonna add in the coconut nectar. I love using coconut nectar as a sweetener because it's low glycemic. This one that I get from Real Raw Food here in BC is actually raw, and it's really, really good quality. You can see that it's really light in color. It's not super dark like the ones that you get in the store. The ones that you buy retail, most of the brands, it looks almost like molasses. I find that it's just too thick and strong for my recipes. So I source this from Real Raw Food here in BC. And you can buy these huge 1 liter jugs for 17 bucks Canadian, which is great. So I'm just gonna add in about 2 tablespoons is all I'm gonna need for this amount. If I was making a big pitcher and serving it to about 4 people, then I would add in a 1/4 cup of sweetener. But I'm just gonna start with that. I like sweet, so again, you can adjust the sweetness to your taste. Oh, of course you can add vanilla. Yes, vanilla would be nice too. I'm not adding vanilla to this because I don't want it to overpower the strawberry flavor. So I'm leaving that out right now. So I'm just gonna stir this up, and of course you wanna taste it to see if it's gonna be to your liking before you add in the rest of the ingredients. Because I need to see if I need to add in any more sweetener or strawberry flavor. Okay, so I added 3 drops of the strawberry flavor, and that's enough. I don't want more than that. But I am gonna add a little bit more sweetener because I like my sweetness. I like things to be sweet. You can add a little bit less. So I added about 2.5 tablespoons. So then what we're gonna do is we're going to put in our lemon slices. And I'm just gonna stir this around. So normally you would want the lemon slices to go in again like about an hour before you serve it, again just to steep, or even the night before. Like you can make this the night before you want to serve it and keep it in the fridge, which is great. Yeah, you could add fresh strawberries, but I'm looking for that actual strawberry flavor, Marina. If you don't have any natural flavors at home, you could add like sliced strawberries and then again just steep it overnight in the fridge and let it soak up those strawberry flavors. And then they'll probably sink to the bottom, or you might want to strain it. Daniel, so this is my dad who's on here watching, which is very surprising because he never ever watches my lives. So thank you, Dad, for coming on. I appreciate it. So he's asking, can you also get hibiscus from... Oh, yes, I know what store you're talking about, but I never go there because I buy all of my stuff in bulk online. But, I mean, you can look it up if you want, Daniel. Just look them up online. They might have the hibiscus flowers. I know that Isabel really loved this drink, so you guys should make it at home. It would be a very good summer treat for you guys to have in the fridge. Yeah, so this is a really good store in Vancouver. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's a dried fruit and nut store. You can buy everything in bulk. They have some organic, not too much, which is why I don't really shop there, and because I buy everything wholesale online anyway, so I get it a lot cheaper. But they're on Hastings Street here in Vancouver, BC, and so if you're here in Vancouver, it's a good place to go buy bulk dried fruit and nuts. So I'm just gonna let this kind of steep a little bit. And then I have some fresh mint from my garden. And you know what's so funny, you guys? So I'm telling you this so that you don't make the same mistake that I do. So this is some nice nice fresh mint, right, that I just picked from my garden. I'm just going to show you because it's really beautiful. Look at how nice that looks. You can't get any fresher than that, right? So in all of my planter boxes outside on my balcony, I'm growing a little herb garden and edible flowers. And I planted garlic because I had a aphid problem with my violas. They destroyed my violas. I had to throw them all away. They just completely infested the entire crop. There was no way of saving it. And so I read online that garlic, if you plant garlic in the corners of the planter boxes, that it will deter the aphids. So I'm like, okay, great. So I put garlic in all of my boxes, but now everything smells like garlic. So even my mint now smells like garlic. So I kind of have to do some more research on another alternative to keep aphids away, but it's been working. It does work. My nasturtiums are in full bloom. And I think I've seen like 2 small aphids in all of the leaves. And you guys who have seen my Instagram stories know that I have a lot of nasturtiums right now. And so it's definitely keeping the aphids away, so it's working. But now everything smells like garlic, which I'm sure it's going to taste like garlic too. But I don't mind because I like garlic. It's really not that bad, but I just have a really sensitive nose and that's all I smell. But that's okay, so I'm just letting you guys know not to do that. Oh, question. Lacey, what was the brand of the strawberry? Oh, medicine flower. So this is what they look like, Lacey. So it's literally called medicine flower. And actually, Lacey, you can get these in Calgary at a place called Creo Brew. I can send you the link. I'll put the link right here. It's creobrew.ca. That's where I order mine from. And you can get them shipped to your house really fast because you are in Calgary and that's where they're located, which is great. Hi, Patricia. Aw, thank you. You're so sweet. Nice to see you on here. Awesome. Okay, so now we have our lemon, and we have our sweetener and strawberry essence in here. So then I'm going to add some ice cubes because I do want to cool it down a bit. So like I said, when you're serving this, you can have this in a big pitcher, right? And have it all pretty with the lemon slices and these ice cubes. And then you can add some mint garnish. This is probably a bit too much because when I pour it now, it's gonna overflow. But that's okay. So I'm just gonna let it kind of seep and cool down. And then when I'm serving this, when I served this in the pitcher last weekend, I had just taken one of the tops of my mint plants and I had just put it in the pitcher like that, which looks pretty. And then you can add some mint and a lemon slice to the glass as well. So in the glass, I just like this in a martini glass. I think it looks really pretty. I mean, I don't ever use my martini glasses because I don't drink, so this is a good way to use them. So I have my pretty ice cube in there with the rose petal, the lemon, and the mint. And then and you can serve it like this in the pitcher. Obviously this is a little too full. You're welcome, Lacey. This is a bit full though, but you can see like the lemon slices in there. It just looks really pretty. And when it's in the pitcher, you can usually see the ice cubes as well. And you can make different shapes ice cubes. I just did the round ones because I think that circular looks a lot better. So now I want to pour this into my beautiful martini glass, but this is a little full. So what I'm going to do is let's see if I can. And this is nice because when the ice cubes melt, the rose petals release. And then it's another little pretty garnishing option. Okay, this is going to be too. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this in here. So it's going to be a lot easier to pour. Obviously it doesn't look pretty in here, so don't serve it in your Vitamix jug. I'm just doing this so that I can pour it into the glass. mocktail. And like I said, if you're celebrating the 4th of July and you want to have a cocktail, you can add some alcohol to here. I mean, I couldn't recommend what alcohol would be good in here because it's not my area of expertise. So there we go. That's beautiful. So I'm gonna have a sip and see how it tastes. So good. It's so refreshing and it's really flavorful. Yeah, it's really good, you guys. I hope you guys all try this because you will like it. You might want to add a little less sweetener if you like sweet like me. The 2.5 tablespoons to the 2 liters was really nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write up a recipe card for you guys and I'll post it in the group so you have the actual written recipe. But yeah, this was just a super quick, easy demo. I hadn't come on here in a long time and done a free recipe demonstration for you guys. Hey Sally, nice to see you. Salute. I bet it's really nice in Spain right now. I could use some warm sunny weather. That would be nice. Yeah, like I said, I hadn't done a live recipe demo for you guys in a while and I wanted to come on here and just show you guys this amazing cooler that I had made last weekend again because it was really popular and I absolutely love it. And now that summer is here, it's a really good summer mocktail and great for 4th of July tomorrow or if you're celebrating today. Hey Lisa, how's it going? No problem. You can always watch the replay. And Lisa, I just mentioned that I'm gonna post the recipe card in the group so you'll have the actual printout recipe. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it and hope everyone has a really good weekend. And again, happy 4th of July to everybody in the US. We just had Canada Day here on Wednesday. I went for a hike in the rain, which was really nice. I had to get out in the woods. It was pouring rain, but it was still fun. So I hope it's nice where everybody is. And you guys all have a great weekend, unless you guys have any other questions for me. You're welcome, Lacey. You're welcome, Lisa. Thank you guys so much for joining. And so I'm gonna sit and have my nice hibiscus cooler. And if you guys make this recipe, please post a picture in the Facebook group. I'd love to see it. And you guys all have an awesome day and a good weekend. Talk to you later.